Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are currently waiting for the next step of our Flashpoint. So let's just go ahead and tick forward a little bit here, get these repairs done. We'll have to take this financial report here. Did we have any vehicle parts that we got at the end of last episode that we can get rid of? Let's double check that. I actually can't remember. Let's see here. I know we got some parts, but I know some of them were mech parts. If we got vehicle parts, then that would be some amount of cash, but I do remember that they weren't a huge amount of cash that they were worth, so maybe this whole thing is a waste of time. It's a possibility, to be sure. But let's see what we've got here. So far I'm not seeing any, but I could just be blind. That's a thing that happens occasionally. Look at that. Here's a Ripper. 6,000 C-bills. Oh boy. We're rich now. We've also got a Cyrano for 48,000. That's not a lot, but I guess it'll do. I mean, we're not hurting for the financial report, so let's just go ahead and tick forward, get our mech warriors back, take this financial report. There's the upgraded low-G pool finishing up, and the question is, what do we want to go for next for our upgrades? We're very close to done with the Argo here. I think that we max out the last of these couple, probably drop tonnage last. I think that the training module is probably the best thing to go for here, so we'll go ahead and go for that. And we'll take that financial report.
I've got the financial report.
Indeed you do. Excellent. We'll just accept on normal right now. And let's tick forward the 4 days for the Salamander. Criminal ties, huh? We could stand our ground and fight, but that'll probably wound Brother. We could try to talk our way out of the situation. Darius isn't here, though. Or we could run away. We're going to try that. Brother's now in low spirits. I don't care. That's fine. Fantastic. So we'll take forward one more day for the Salamander. There we go.
Done, Commander.
And, we can hit start, I guess? Yeah. I'm dumb. It didn't automatically pop up. We can just do that. But we got our repairs done, so that's fine. According to Dr. Murad's interpretation of the files we recovered, Captain Megorian is being held in a safe house somewhere under the ruins of New Volchi. Care to fill us in on the details, Dr. Murad? Absolutely. According to the intel I've uncovered, Captain Megorian is currently in the custody of Zeta Lance. From what I gather, they're basically the Bauman Group's fix-it crew, all highly disciplined, all former Great House military. When Knocker Bauman needs a job done right, they're the ones he turns to. They're competent. Got it. What else? Zeta Lance has been moving Captain Megorian from location to location every couple of days. I don't have a fix on his current position, but I was able to find Zeta Lance's expected patrol route. If you were to destroy their mechs and get me access to their combat computers, I could retrace their steps to find Captain Megorian. That's the plan, then. We deploy, hunt down Zeta Lance, then follow their trail to Captain Megorian. Good work, Doctor. Sounds like we have a plan. Anything else? I do. In my off time, I've been doing some digging on Knocker Bauman and his organization. Turns out they basically run the black market. Half the contraband that flows through the frontier's seedier ports of call got there by way of the Bauman Group. And I assume you're going somewhere with this. You know all those strange new weapons that have been flooding the market recently? Give you 3 guesses where they came from. You think they came from the derelict. I guess that tracks, but how? If the ship is stuffed to the gills with high-end weaponry, who the hell put it there in the first place? I couldn't hazard a guess, Sumire, but if Darius is right, this isn't a simple rescue operation. That ship is important. Those weapons have to be lost tech, but some of them, like the coil beam, are totally absent from the Star League's historical records. At least as far as I understand. We have to pursue this, Darius. I need to know more. I wouldn't say no to finding out more myself, Doctor. Hell, there's probably money in it. But we were hired to rescue Captain Megorian, and that needs to remain our focus. That said, if we should happen to stumble onto some of those answers you're looking for, we will absolutely pursue them. Can't argue with any of that. Now let's go do our job. Zeta Lance won't wait around all day. Right as always, let's get our people ready to drop. Indeed. So let's go ahead and do that. This is our Flashpoint campaign here. Pretty decent pay in salvage. I think we'll probably... That's a free priority salvage there, going this direction, so we'll sit here. Fantastic. Do we only have the one lance still? Yes, we do. So we're going to run the same lance. I think that worked out absolutely fine. So off we go, a battle in the lowlands. We don't expect this to be of tremendous difficulty. In all honesty, this should be completely fine. Of course, we would just wipe the floor with them if we were able to deploy both of our lances, but that's not a thing in this Flashpoint, so sounds good to me. We're just going to deploy one of our lances, and we'll still wipe the floor with them. It won't be a big deal. In theory. This is RogueTech we're talking about, so you know, they could always just spawn 5 heavy bombers directly behind us that move before we get a chance to react and one-shot all of our mechs. So, it's always a possibility. You never know. The real question is, what type of biome was this again? I think Highlands? That may cause some issues for our reliance on LOS, but I mean, I didn't want to bring the Atlas along to this and use up 25% of our slots on an artillery piece. I just don't think that that's useful when we only have 4 mechs to work with. And, you know, thinking back on it, how did I play the base game? That game only allows you to have 4 mechs, and it's so much simpler than RogueTech. I don't know, sometime maybe I should try going back to the base game for, like, 1 instant action mission and just see what happens. See how weird it is now that I'm super used to RogueTech. It's been a very long time since I played the base game. I don't know, I could probably just go back to like one of my old campaigns in the base game and that would give me the answer. It'd be really weird feeling, I know that. I'm so used to RogueTech at this point. Also, this loading screen. It's taking a while. That's always a spooky time. Okay, so we need to destroy Zeta Lance. Zeta Lance moved Captain Megorian out of Alamedo province 2 days ago. They're holding him in a bunker somewhere under the ruins of Nuvolci? Something along those lines. A city that fell victim to a nuclear accident in 2977. Engage Zeta Lance and destroy their mechs. When you're finished, I'll scour their combat computers for the bunker's coordinates. Let's hope this is the last hoop we need to jump through before finding this guy. It probably won't be. I don't remember the exact path through this Flashpoint, but I know we've done it before, and I'm pretty sure there's more to it than this. After all, we're going to go after that derelict. This is like a Flashpoint campaign, after all. Zeta Lance should be somewhere just ahead of you, Commander. They're... Huh. That's strange. What is it, Meyer? My sensors just picked up a weird signal coming from an object in geosynchronous orbit. Some sort of a blip. It was there, but then... Hold up. I've got eyes on our targets. Zeta Lance is on the move, and it's heading this way. Incoming transmission. Atreides Co., you're here. Big mistake. Mr. Bauman wants your heads, and we intend to deliver. What a coincidence! We're here for your heads, too! May as well get to it, Commander. Give 'em hell. When you're done, we'll recover their combat computers for Dr. Murad. Indeed, we will. So, the Bauman Group units are up here. That geosynchronous orbit thing didn't sound particularly great. We'll just sprint on forward.
Onward.
And we'll enter combat in not round 2, but perhaps in round 3. Yeah, looks like it'll be round 3.
On my way.
Okay. We've got incoming drop pods, Commander. Who launched them? Does the Bauman Group have a dropship in orbit? Negative, Exo. Judging by their trajectory, they were launched from an orbiting platform that our sensors had marked as space junk. Oh, yeah, this one. According to my readings, it's completely unmanned and at least 300 years old. That would make it a relic of the Star League. Sumire, I need you to send me those readings right away. On it. And I'm marking the drop pod's projected impact site on your screen, Commander. Watch your head. Okay, so that's way up over here. I'm not worried about that at this exact moment. The Salamander can move its way up here. It has LOS on all 4 enemy units. We've got a Wyvern, we've got a Hunchback, an Ajax, and a Phoenix. Okay, so we're looking at actual armor counts here. The highest armor count is the Hunchback. Okay. We're going to fire our MRMs at the Hunchy.
Locking in all weapon systems.
It is no longer the highest armor count.
I'm here.
The Battlemaster moves on forward. And I also feel like that Hunchy is got that probably AC-20 on it. I'm not sure what the 5S has as its default loadout. But we're just going to go ahead and continue hitting that Hunchback hard. I don't want it to get to use that ballistic weapon. Excellent.
Yes, Commander.
The Mauler is going to step forward as well, and we're also going... This is taboo. I was going to Warlord, but he doesn't have that. I think instead we're going to have to go for the Wyvern due to the hit odds here.
Engaging.
Whoa! LRM ammo explosion through armor, taking out the Wyvern.
Hope we can salvage that.
That
Commander.
was unexpected. We're going to move up with the Madcat Mark II, and we're going to Warlord, and we're probably going to continue... Ooh, that Phoenix Hawk has way better hit odds. We got to take it. I'm going to even fire a Rocket 20 here. Not both, but only one.
Target locked. In no time.
Okay, the heavy rifle is gone from the
Target's
Phoenix.
taking a critical hit.
Fantastic.
I'm out of short-range missiles.
So at this point, that Hunchback is heavily damaged. The Ajax is going to step forward. This guy is dead due to that through armor LRM crit. That Ajax moved fast. The Hunchback steps forward, fires on the Battlemaster. That is an AC-20. I was hoping that he wouldn't have access to that anymore, but we didn't quite do enough damage to him in the right locations for that. So the Phoenix moves up. It doesn't have its heavy rifle, so it does basically no damage at this point. And those drones are going to drop in right now. We've got drones on the field, boss. Star League era from the looks of them. You called it, Doc. But this is incredible. They must have been sitting dormant on that platform for centuries. See how new they all look? They do look new, and that's a bad thing. I give them 20 seconds before they tear right into us. We'll deal with that if and when it happens. Commander, Zeta Lance is still your primary target. If the drones fire on you, take them out, but otherwise you need to bring down those mechs. Oh, that's going to be a piece of cake.
Yes, Commander.
So our Madcat Mark II is going to step forward. Let's check hit odds. Probably low on that Ajax. Yeah, the Phoenix is pretty high. The Hunchback is actually a little higher for the Gauss. I'm going to fire on the Phoenix, though. If we miss in stray shot, we may well hit the Hunchy here. Okay, we got a hit in on the Hunchy, and good damage in on the Phoenix. The Salamander is going to step forward. I feel like the Salamander really should finish off one of these, and it'll be the Hunchy. I'm going to not fire the mediums for now. Kaboom.
Tango, down. I am out of SRMs.
Our Battlemaster is going to close in over here. Honestly, I don't think we need to fire... Well, no, the Ultra AC-20 is fine. I was thinking that this was the Mauler, and I wasn't going to fire the LBX. But, no. I think we can fire this just in X1 mode, although I really don't think we have to. But we should. This will basically guarantee the kill. There we go.
Let's do it.
We've still got MRM damage ticking in. I like it. Okay. Thanks, Windows. Apparently I'm running low on disk space, and I don't know why that's the case, but it's not on my recording drive, so that's okay. Let's continue here. This is also not the drive that my install is on, so it should be fine. The Ajax moves in, and it actually charges our Salamander and hits it. Very rude. That's going to be a knockdown on the Salamander. That's a structure exposure instantly. That's in this arm, and there is an MRM-30 in that. We're going to move in with our Mauler, and would this be a charge? This would be a charge. So we're just going to position here. Like, this is free at this point. The Ajax is going to die. I'm only going to fire one No, I am going to fire both LBXs, because this thing doesn't have much damage. Yeah, that's a very, very hurting Ajax. That's a knockdown on it. Excellent. And the drones are going to think about moving in a bit. And we'll just let them do that. Okay. So at this point, the Battle Master is going to walk over here. This would actually be a charge. So the Battle Master is just going to step on over. Do we fire the UAC-20 here? Yeah, I think we do. And let's see what we get. That should be a dead Ajax. Land Air Mech Turbine is destroyed.
Critical hit, Commander.
Huh. He survived it with like 12 HP. Okay. The Medcat Mark II is just going to walk in, and we're going to kick him. We're not going to fire the Gauss, just the ER mediums. Let's get in there. There we go.
One more for the kill.
Excellent. So now there's the drones, which this is explicitly claiming as hostile.
Hope we can
Sure.
salvage that. Pete gets orders.
The Mauler is going to move up. And let's see what the drones are thinking over here. They're up there. We'll have to go kind of around because of this cliff face. And they're firing on the Salamander, which is rude. They crit the MRM-30.
Critical hit.
Indeed.
Bad one, I think.
We're going to stand up the Salamander. It's fine other than that exposure, and that only happened because they charged. So we can position over here. We want to protect our left side, so we want to turn kind of like this, and we'll just brace. Okay. So now we need to eliminate these drones, and they're just kind of running around up on the hill, being very rude, but not really doing very much damage. So that's fine.
Right here.
Our Battle Master can start heading off over this direction. I think we can climb the hill here and be relatively safe.
Good to go.
So the Salamander, we're going to need to continue to not expose our left side to them, which is super challenging right now, actually. We're going to have to position something like this.
Good to go.
The Medcat Mark II is going to sprint and sink heat.
Affirmative.
Next round, it'll really be able to move better. And we'll just move up with the Mauler. They'll be fine. So do they only have the 2 medium drones? So far, we only see the 2. Okay. Looks good. Looks good to me. So we're going to move our Battle Master on up the hill.
Go fast. Got it.
The Salamander is going to head over here.
Full speed. No target.
I'm going to Vigilance it because we're not fully secured on this arm. There we go.
Standing by.
Medcat Mark II is going to head up over here as well.
Going full throttle.
And as is the Mauler.
Hauling ass.
Okay. Still only see the 2. So I think it's... Yeah, we can see the drop buds here. There's only 2. Firing on the Salamander's strong side and completely missing. I like it. And what's this last one going to do? They're kind of coming around both directions here. That was some good clustering that they got there on that Mauler. Okay. Good to know. So the Salamander is going to sprint its way out over this way. We're going to turn like so and Vigilance again. The Medcat Mark II is also going to head out over this way. Okay.
I await your
The
command.
Mauler is going to start to climb up the hill, but it can't get up there very far. And the
Standing
Battle
by.
Master, it'll be able to get LOS next round. So let's see what these guys do. Firing on the Battle Master. I like it. And the last one is going to position out over there. in the same direction. Okay. So the Battlemaster may not get into engagement range this next round,
Commander.
because they're currently backing off from us pretty heavily. We'll have to position, like, over here
Roger that.
with the Salamander
Just running.
and continue to close in. The Madcat Mark II can, however, sprint up
Roger.
to here
Full
onto the
speed.
road.
Right
The
here.
Battlemaster can actually get into LOS this round. Perfect. 40%. We'll go ahead and Warlord it, and we'll fire on this guy.
Copy.
Oh, I meant to fire next to mode. That was my bad.
I'm here.
The Mauler is going to head over to the road and go up this way.
Race ya.
I was going to have it follow the Battlemaster, but there's no point. Okay. Going for the Mauler? That's fine. This guy's totally dead. That positioning is not good for him. We'll see what the other one does. Hilarious. Okay, so they're both dead this round, I feel like.
Damage looks light, Commander.
Okay. The
Standing
Battlemaster
by.
is going to move in. Rear arc, kick, X2 mode. Do it.
I'll try. Going hand to hand, I guess.
We missed the melee attack. That's unfortunate. That didn't go very well, but mostly because we had awkward rolls
Yes,
there.
Commander.
The Salamander is going to move to here, continue to defend its left side. And we're going to Warlord this, and this should be a dead SLDF medium drone. There we go.
One more for the trash heap.
Fantastic. The Madcat Mark II is going to sprint up and just sneak in LOS. Perfect. We'll Warlord that, and we'll fire the Gauss.
Copy that.
There we go. -2 SLDF drones.
Vehicle down.
That's done it, Commander. I'll scoop up Zeta Lance's combat computers. When Pharaoh locates Captain Megorian's bunker, we'll be off to the races. I'll do what you need, but for the time being, we have more pressing concerns. No, we don't. This is the job, Doctor. Yes, Darius, I know, but the platform that just launched those drones was SLDF. It's been sitting dormant for 3 centuries, and it just came back online now, while we're all fighting over a ship from the great beyond. Funny timing, don't you think? You think it has something to do with the derelict? You think it doesn't? Okay. Maybe now's the time to talk about those drones. Let's return to orbit. We need to loop Shugo Yamaguchi in on what's happening here. I've tried. He's indisposed. You better get back up here anyway, though. I've got something you need to see.
Mission successful.
So, I'm going to be honest, this story makes a lot more sense in the base game, which it was written for, because of the time frame, right? RogueTech takes place, like, we're in the post-clan invasion, like, Word of Blake exists. SLDF isn't that shocking to find in our time period that we're in right now. But in the 25 time period, I think, that the base game takes place in, yeah, this is, like, pre-Helm Memory Core, I think? Yeah, SLDF Discoveries is a big deal in that time period. Much less of a big deal later on. 10 double heat sinks for these parts? Do it. I'm okay with this. Yes, please. Are they stacked together? No. But we have a pretty good chance of rolling them up in the actual salvage, so that's fine. We can grab an LBX AC-20. That's a pretty good thing to grab. A couple of medium pulse lasers aren't awful. And otherwise, yeah, I think we'll take medium pulse lasers here. And we'll just guarantee one of those double heat sinks, maybe. Which, by the way, double heat sinks shouldn't exist in the time period this story is taking place either. So that's a thing. Okay, so we'll take, actually, the small laser we can sell. SRM-2, get out of here. SRM-6s, we've got a couple of those. Case, we've got plenty. Basic cockpits. Advanced computer here. We've got one. A primitive FCS. No thanks. Land air mech turbine. Get out of here. Primitive cockpit. Basic sensor. Primitive sensor. Fast cam bombs. I don't think we'll keep those around either. So all in all, that's not the greatest salvage. We knew that was going to be the case. We only went that route because it was a free priority salvage, and we may as well, largely speaking. That said, I think we basically came out negative on that. I was gambling that there'd be a little bit more in there, and here's the thing. Those double heat sinks and medium pulse lasers, they would actually exist in this time period, but only as SLDF Lost Tech. So getting our hands on those in the time period of this story would be ludicrously powerful. Unfortunately, this is like post-jihad. Okay, Meyer, what's the emergency? Remember that orbital platform, the one that launched all those drones? It's trying to talk to us. The damn thing has pinged our comm system 5 times since you left the planet's surface. Pause for a second to let that sink in. If it wants to talk, we should talk. Get it on the line. If you say so, Commander. I'm establishing contact with the 300-year-old weapons platform. Buckle in, everyone. Shit's about to get weird. Your view screen fills with cool blue light as Sumire establishes the connection. The light coalesces and solidifies into an unfamiliar landscape. Atreides senior staff consists of the following. Diane Panzer, Commander. Darius Oliveira, Executive Officer. Dr. Farah Murad, Engineer. Yang Vertanen, Chief Mech Tech. Sumire Meyer, Pilot and Navigator. Is this manifest correct, Commander? That's us. To whom or what are we speaking? My official designation is SLDF PT CGVR. I am the last surviving product of Project Triage, authorized 2765-06-12 by Major General Jeremy McLean of the 19th Army, let's see here, LVI Corps. That's what? L is 50, I believe? So 56 Corps? I think. I'd have to double check that. I've also been programmed to respond to any of the following informal designations: Caregiver, Den Mother, or Motor Bjorn. You may refer to me using any of the above aliases. Motor Bjorn? What's that mean? Motor Bjorn, Swedish. English translation, Mother Bear. I believe that the name was intended to humanize me. It is also evocative of my primary directive, the gathering and protection of disaster survivors. In this scenario, my metaphorical cubs. Folks, we've got ourselves a winner. I reserve the right to call it Mama Bear, though. Now that the introductions are out of the way, I'd like to know why your drones fired on my lance. The ongoing defense of New Volkai is one of my tertiary objectives. When you initiated a firefight in the ruins, I was compelled to intercede. I regret any injury my drones may have caused your company, and I'm hopeful that the circumstances of our introduction will not prevent us from helping one another in the future. Helping one another. You want us to do something for you. Figures. Everybody's got an angle. Even an ancient computer. Of course it does, Meyer. That's a universal constant. Tell us what you need, Mama Bear. Who knows? Maybe we can work something out. For the past half a century, I've been guiding a derelict spacecraft, the Dobrev, towards Tarragona. On the eve of its arrival, it disappeared. I believe the organization you were fighting to be responsible for the derelict's disappearance. I must learn where they have taken it. It is imperative that I recover that ship. We're here to rescue Captain Gaku Megorian. He was taken prisoner by the same people who hijacked the derelict. Then we are pursuing complementary objectives, Doctor. I suggest that we pool our resources to achieve them. So we can either make it answer a few questions, or we can ask what's in it for us. And that's what we're going to do. We're a merc company. My combat drones are standing by and ready to assist in your rescue efforts. All I ask in return is access to the Bauman Group's computer systems. This arrangement should prove purely beneficial to you and your company, Commander. I ask nothing that you cannot give me for free. Sounds reasonable. What form would this assistance take, exactly? I could have my drones attack a nearby armory. This should serve to lure away the prison's garrison, clearing the way for a light, nimble lance to conduct the rescue operation. Alternatively, I could liberate Captain Megorian myself, but I would need your lance to serve as a distraction. Should you choose this option, I would recommend allocating your heaviest battle mechs for the job. That sounds harder, so that's what we're going to do. I want more challenge here. So we are going to distract the garrison with our heavies. Interesting choice. Not what I would have gone with, but you're the boss. Yeah, I'm not making the most logical choice here. I'm making the most challenging one. Your decision is acknowledged, Commander. While your lance distracts the prison garrison, my drones will move in to rescue Captain Megorian. You will have him alive and unharmed. That's it then. We have a plan. Let's get to it, Commander. Time's a-wasting. Okay, 80k and 12 days to repair. Sounds good. That is not bad at all. We are very much in the positive for this last round. And we'll go ahead and run that flashpoint soon enough. But we want to get these repairs done for sure. It doesn't actually matter what order we do this in. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to go distract a garrison. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And I will see you all next time.